My name is Marilyn Parker-Jeffries. I'm 66 years of age. The thing that brings me the greatest sense of joy is being with family. Second thing is being at the beach.
Yeah, perfect. I love that.
If any man be in Christ, they are a new creation. Old things are passed away, and behold, all things are become new. Pastoring was not something that I would have chosen for myself because I was not very focused as a young person. I was fortunate enough to have a mother who was determined that her daughters would be able to stand on their own 2 feet. I probably would not have attended college if my mother hadn't just kind of driven me. I was at Kent State and not sure which direction I was going to go. Initially, I thought about journalism, and then I thought about teaching. And then ultimately, I was drawn to working with at-risk kids. So I went into corrections and worked for 30 years at Lorain County Domestic Relations Court. And coming close to the time of retirement, I felt this urging to go to seminary and get a Master's of Arts in Pastoral Clinical Counseling. But as I continued, finally I yielded to a pastoral preaching track when I felt the call to preach. It was something that I had never seen. An African American female ordained minister. I was 52 when we planted this church with, I think it was about four members, 4 people who said, if you do it, we're with you.
Over the years, our relationship has grown closer. She's my pastor, my best friend, and my wife.
My husband Abraham and I have been married for 28 years.
That smile, she's a gorgeous woman. Even when she started this church, I was still having a great time with my boys, and I didn't want to let go of that. But how could I help her if I'm sitting on the bar stool and she's here trying to save people? I'm pulling her down. So I had to, look at Abraham, look in the mirror and see what you see and change yourself.
And I often say to my husband, I feel like Abraham and Sarah giving birth to something in our old age. I was afraid, but we just did it afraid. If it's meant for you and if it's a part of your purpose, somehow, some way, that door is going to open for you. That's what I believe.
The ex-chief who retired recently reached out to her to be part of the chaplains program because she clearly cares for the community and loves the community, but she also understands the law enforcement perspective.
When he asked me to consider becoming a part of the chaplaincy, I had to say yes. I just felt compelled to say yes.
What was so important with Pastor Marilyn being a chaplain is to be able to minister to people who are hurting and in, again, unthinkable tragedies.
My first call, when I was called to a traumatic situation in the chaplaincy, I kind of felt that was a trial by fire. If you can get through this one, you can get through anything. And they called me and asked me if I would go out and try to minister to the family because the family was just very distraught. Going out on that call to assist the officers in trying to bring some sense of calm into the situation so that the officers can then do what it is that they need to do. And I think sitting down and talking with the family about that helped to bring them to a place of a little more peace than when I first entered into that situation.
What I've always respected about Marilyn and hope to emulate is that everything she does for the community that I can see is almost volunteer work. It's from her heart as a woman of color to help people in this community that has many people of color. She's just such an important role and player in the overall pastoral chaplaincy team.
The Lorain community, I do love my city, having grown up here. It's given me a solid education. It's given me solid friendships and solid relationships. It's given me a great husband to stand by my side, and it's given me a good support system of friends that I have who encourage me always along this journey. Yeah.
I don't feel no ways tired. Come too far from where I started from. And nobody told me that this road would be easy. But I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me.
My name is Marilyn Parker-Jeffries, and I am devoted to my faith. I'm devoted to my family, and I'm devoted to service.